I want to try a little exercise for those of you who struggle to escape the perceptions of the flesh, or if I continue with this linguistic framework, which I am enjoying using, the perceptions of the alien slave technology. The reason I want to continue using that is words point at something. And unfortunately we have memory, and many are traumatized by certain words. Even the word God, flesh, spirit, certain persons are traumatized by it due to the errors of fundamentalists in this world. And so, if we are to say that the perceptions of the technology of the body are not our friend, they are part of us becoming imprisoned as the soul we are, then what is the soul, and how do we reach there? Well, you need to shut down the programs of the tech. This is what you have to do. You have programs in the tech, and the foundations of those programs are image and language and memory. These are the foundations of the technology of the body that are separating you from the connection of the awareness of the soul. Not that the connection's not there, but your awareness is ricocheting around inside these programs. And so we need to shut down the programs. And so I have used this example before, but let me use it again. Because here, when we do shut down these programs, we can actually reach the essence of what our soul is. And we will then witness, as Yeshua promised, that when we move from spirit, when we move from the freedom of the perceptions of the technology of the body, then we are children of God, all of us. But when we move from the perceptions of the body, for all we are connected as children of God and loved by God, we do not move as if we are the children. We don't. Our actions don't align. So let us start taking programs and putting them down in a pile. This is what I'm going to suggest we do. So I'm going to start with the program of language that I use, John St. Julien. This is my birth name on my birth certificate. This, I'm going to put it down. Now, if I can put it down, it tells me that it's not me, because it couldn't put itself down. So I'm putting that down. My next would be Englishman, and I'm going to put that down. Son, brother, father, husband, I will put those down as well. These are relationships. They're hard to put down. But if I can put down the concept of son, the image of son from my mind over here in this pile, it's not who I am. Otherwise, who's putting it down? And so I can look now and say, YouTuber, I put that down. Science has told me that I am a human. Well, it's a good word to point at the organism I am that's doing something here, but I'm able to put down the concept. So I'll put it down. I may have in me some religious paraphernalia, some religious concepts. Let me put those down. So any element of Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, Zoroastrian, whatever it might be, pagan, put it down. And so as I put these things down, I move to spiritual practice. And the notion I'm a yogi, or I need to meditate, or so on and so forth. I put my practices down also. I'm a meditator, put that down. I'm a yogi, put that down. I'm a shaman, people say, put that down as well. So you're putting these labels down that you have put on the expression of what you are, and the images that you've put on it as well. And so I've got this pile of images and labels that I said I was. And hopefully you've put yours down with me. And so now I will ask you a question. Who is the one? Who is the one who is putting those things down? Now, your mind will probably jar here, because you will want to give me one of the labels that you've put down, but you've put them down. So who is the one who has put down the name? And you may want to say, well, it was me, John. That's down there. Who is the one who put these things down? And you see, eventually, when you run out of images and labels, you will be forced into a corner where someone says, so who is the one putting these things down? And with your language to respond, you will be left with one answer. I am. I am. Yeshua said, before Abraham was, I am. Moses asked God his name. He said, I am that I am. The I am essence is the very middle of all your activity. The I am essence, the I am consciousness is the very divinity that enters your body and animates it. That I am is grabbed by the perceptions of image and mind, and refracted and ricocheted, and before we know it, our awareness is in there, it's in mind. And we believe all of these things we've told ourselves we are. And yet here they all are as a pile, and some part of us was able to put them down. Some part of our awareness was able to place all of those labels and images down on the floor. Now if I took this same technology of image making, memory, language, and I put it in a tree, and this tree all of a sudden started to say, I'm a Tanzanian tree, my name is John, I am having this career, I am having this philosophical belief, this political belief. And I went into the same process with the tree. And I say to the tree, wait, please put down your name. And it puts it down. Put down your political beliefs, and it puts them down. Put down your religious beliefs, and it puts them down. Keep putting all of these things down that this technology of image making and perception has given you. Eventually the tree too will be backed into a corner if it's to respond with language. And I say, who is the one putting these things down? That tree would also be forced to say, I am. Now the reality is that if you put down the language center as well, then the ability to respond has gone, the ability to think of an answer is gone, and all that's left is this blanket of stillness, where all of your senses, your brain empty, free of image mind, is here now, alive to the moment. And that stillness is also the answer, I am. And so when you put the technology to sleep, you put the flesh to sleep, as Yeshua said. You return to that stillness. You return to the perceptions of the consciousness, the awareness that is free of the perception of the technology and flesh. You're returning to the I am. Before Abraham was I am. You're returning to the I am within you. That's why Yeshua said, take no thought for your life. Be still and know that I am God. The I am is there. And you have the opportunity to understand the I am within you. You must find a way to backwards engineer yourself from within the technology that we are within. When you do, great freedom will arise, great joy, great wholeness, for your soul will be set free. Your soul will be set free, your body will be set free to interact with this moment, alive, present, not lost in thoughts of the future, memories of the past, and images of self, which were all potentially and arguably engineered into us in a way that made us this alien slave tech. Alien slave technology. Freedom. Flesh. Spirit. I am. Who is the one who can put these things down on the floor? I am. There you will start the deepest of relationship with the divine and the mystery and the mystic element of the human story. There it begins. There is the doorway. There is the grace. There is the rebirth. There is the enlightenment. There is the voice of the Holy Spirit. There is the voice of God. There is the inexplicable connection to the will of unconditioned love. It's all there in the I am. It's beautiful. God bless, guys. Take care. Bye.
Melissa was born in 2017 with hydrocephalus, which is a condition where an accumulation of fluid occurs within the brain. This excess fluid causes the ventricles to widen, putting pressure on the brain's tissues. Her father left when she was 7 months old, and her mother has been struggling with money and could no longer get her daughter treated and healed. Finances have become so tight they are receiving food and shelter from neighbors. With little to no options available and a sense of desperation, Melissa's mother, Nima, has resorted to prostitution to bring home money. A few years in, she developed fibroids and her doctor had advised her to stop prostitution or it'll get worse. In the coming days, thanks to our medical fund, Melissa will have access to life-changing and saving surgery. That fund is there to allow us to give immediate help to those children who need it. However, we also have to replenish that fund to ensure we can keep our support available for the next child in need. If you feel like you can help our medical fund in any way, we would love to hear from you. Or you can visit the dedicated medical fund page link in the description of this video. We are excited to bring you updates on their new path in life in the near future. We thank you so much for being a part of our mission to provide resources to children and single mothers who are in need, providing them with sustainable solutions for a better life. Much love, family.